In the early 19th century, the Niger Delta was a sprawling web of rivers and mangrove forests, where the rhythm of life pulsed with the ebb and flow of trade. This region, rich with palm oil, became the heart of commerce, linking Africa to the European markets. In this fertile land, a young boy named 𝗕𝗲𝗃𝗃 was born, destined to defy his fate and reshape the history of his people. 𝗕𝗲's early life was marked by hardship. At the tender age of 12, he was sold into slavery by his own people and ended up in the bustling trading city of Bonny, one of the most powerful city-states in the Delta. But 𝗕𝗲, later known as Jaja, was no ordinary boy. His mind was sharp, his way was unbreakable, and his spirit full of ambition. Recognizing his potential, the chiefs of the 𝗕𝗲𝗃𝗃's house, one of the leading trading houses in Bonny, took him under their wing. Jaja quickly learned the intricacies of trade, the politics of power, and the art of diplomacy. Through sheer intelligence and shrewdness, Jaja rose in the ranks, eventually becoming the head of the 𝗕𝗲𝗃𝗃's house. His leadership brought prosperity to the house, but it also sparked jealousy among the rival 𝗲𝗏𝗃𝗃's house, leading to tension and power struggles. When internal conflict erupted in Bonny, Jaja made a bold decision. He would break away and form his own kingdom. In 1869, Jaja led his people away from Bonny and founded the Kingdom of Opobo, strategically located near the mouth of the Imo River. The new kingdom swiftly became a dominant force in the palm oil trade. Jaja, now crowned king, controlled the vital trade route that linked the hinterlands with the European traders along the coast. He fiercely protected his people's interests, ensuring that they dealt directly with British merchants, bypassing the middlemen and securing better terms for his kingdom. Under Jaja's rule, Opobo flourished. The kingdom became a beacon of wealth, power, and cultural pride. But as Jaja's influence grew, so too did the ambitions of the British Empire. The British sought to expand their control over the Niger Delta, seeing Jaja's independent trading practices as a threat to their colonial ambitions. They demanded that Opobo join their trade agreements, which would place the kingdom under the British rule and limit its autonomy. Jaja, ever the strategist, refused. He knew that accepting British terms would mean the end of Opobo's sovereignty. His defiance did not sit well with the British, who plotted to undermine him. In 1887, British officials invited Jaja aboard a ship under the pretense of diplomatic negotiation. Trusting their word, Jaja boarded the ship, only to be betrayed. The British arrested him and exiled him to the West Indies, far from his kingdom and his people. Though Jaja was gone, his legacy could not be erased. His people continued to resist British rule, inspired by the memory of their king who had stood tall against imperialism. In his absence, the British tightened their grip on Opobo, but they could never fully extinguish the fire that Jaja has ignited. King Jaja's exile lasted for years, and though the British eventually allowed him to return, he would never see his beloved Opobo again. He died on his journey back home, and his story lived on. He had risen from slavery to kingship, from obscurity to power, and had defied the might of the British Empire. His tale became a symbol of resistance, a reminder that even in the face of overwhelming odds, the will to fight for freedom and dignity could never be broken. Jaja of Opobo remained a towering figure in Nigerian history, a man whose life embodied resilience, vision, and the unyielding desire for self-determination. His kingdom may have been small in size, but in spirit, it was boundless, much like the man who had built it.